the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers.
That's it, baby. You got to work. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Challenge! 319! Challenge! One left, challenge!
Show it. Show it.
319!
On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the boot. Check 99.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Hey, 88!
36 to Mike.
Let's go!
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go, baby.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's bring it. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
36 to Mike. They're going to need some therapy.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3. We can get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Throwing Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's go. Switch.
Now Saquon Barkley. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
44, Mike, 44. You got nothing today.
Two.
Jones on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
That's 6, baby.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hey, two. 5.
On second and a couple, Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Here we go. 10-2 saw.
Right here.
Hey, orbit.
We got 4.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught. Shepard. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jones. And Tate's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because We saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. 11 yards there, first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 31's the mic. Wild Bill.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, Haywood! Step!
Jones now on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Down! 10 Lobo! Smooth!
Here's Jones on first and 10. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
That's track. Mike 27.
2nd and 5. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Giants first down.
Ready!
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
General West!
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
2nd and 2. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught